How's it going, friends? Welcome back to another standard video here with me, Arne Huschenbeth. Today, I have a little bit of a sweet one. I was cooking a little bit. Maybe I overcooked. We'll see. We'll find out. I thought to myself how I could maybe make this whole curry steel cutter work in different ways than just is it prowess, right? Is it prowess, the very obvious good curry steel cutter deck. But where can we also fit this in? I saw some list run Grixis Bounce, essentially taking a Demir bounce shell we all know, and then just adding cutter to it. You have like Hope's Nightmare and Spyglass Siren, Storm Chaser's Talent, like a lot of cheap spells. This turn ain't big enough to replay them, retrigger the cutter, and so on and so on. And that deck looked fine, but it didn't look like a deck that maximizes the cutter very well. So I put my eyes on Jeskai, and I think the idea behind this I think is good. The question is if this is actually playable in terms of the mana base. I think the mana base is the big question mark here and the big constraint on the deck. So why is this idea good? Let me pitch it to you. Rediscover the way. The way I pronounce the way. Anyways, rediscover the way. Look at the top three. It's basically a stock up, but the third mode on this card is incredible in this deck. And I've already playtested a little bit with this deck, and I've just dealt an insurmountable amount of damage, giving all my prowess creatures double strike. They turn into 4/4s and deal each 8 damage. It was insane. Like, that third chapter is absolutely bonkers with Curry Steel Cutter. Yeah, with prowess creatures, you just deal so much damage. Like, my opponent has like demons laying there, whatever, it doesn't matter. Everything I have deals a ton of damage. So that was really cool and is really powerful and just adds an extra dimension. In addition to that, this is a permanent. So you can run this town ain't big enough to bounce it and to play really, like this deck can play deep into the long game by just repeatedly bouncing, rediscover the way. Flamehold Grappler, also a very powerful card with this town ain't big enough. You can cast it on turn 5, then cast this turn ain't big enough, bounce one of yours, bounce one of theirs, then copy it with Grappler, and then this turn ain't big enough can choose completely new targets again, so it can bounce 2 more of their things, right? Or you can copy a Lightning Helix, or even copying a Storm Chaser's Talent on turn 4 is already pretty strong, building you an army of prowess creatures, triggering your cutter, of course. Yeah, the Grappler can also copy a burn spell on turn 4 if you're playing in an aggressive matchup. Then you have a first striker that shot 2 things down for 4 mana. That's really powerful too. I mean, if you think about that in terms of rate, that's like an Archangel of Wrath for 4 mana. That doesn't gain you life, sure, but that has a first strike body and only costs 4 mana and shoots 2 things, where Archangel of Wrath would cost 6 mana. And then with Lightning Helix, you gain 6 life, shoot 3 damage. Like for 5 mana, it gets really messed up very quickly. Sure, you have to spend 2 cards, but cards are really not an issue in this deck. Because I found that you rarely run out of stuff to do, especially if this turn ain't big enough. Being able to bounce Thunder Trap Trainer, rediscover the way, and of course Storm Chaser's Talent, and Talent allowing you to rebuy this turn ain't big enough in the late game, giving you an incredible late game, an incredible explosiveness, and less susceptibility, I'd say, to spot removal spells, right? Like the Slick Shot, Monastery Swift Spear kind of are pretty bad into like cut downs and no, well, not specifically cut down, but like just shock effects, cheap removal, right? They just get 1/1 by that, and that's not optimal. Here you essentially don't really have a card that can just get easily 1/1. Like Storm Chaser's Talent will always leave back the talent when they kill the otter, and this thing finds something, etc. and so on. The trainer I also do like a lot because, you know, by far and away the best card in this deck or in his prowess is the cutter. It's incredible, right? It's the best card out of Tarkir. It's the best card in these decks. And trainer you can cast on turn 2, and it looks 4 cards deep. So it helps you at digging towards your best card. And you can play cutter turn 3, cast a 1-drop. You know, and start the races. And then, of course, you can also find Rediscover the Way of Thunder Trap Trainer, which again is a really powerful spell. I had to make some cuts to include the other various things. So I went down to 1 Monstrous Rage. I think it is actually pretty reasonable because like this deck doesn't try to like deal, it essentially bursts a lot of damage in one turn with like Rediscover, or it's a little bit more grindy than the Izzet Prowess deck. The Izzet Prowess deck is more of a burn deck. It wants all the rages. This is more of a mid-range slanted deck. This deck, the idea also of the Lightning Helixes is that if you face the red matchups, you can then play a little bit more of a controlling game. You can, you know, bounce their things, kill their stuff, burn their things, and then take over with a big double strike swing on turn 5. That's sort of the idea behind it. Again, the big constraint is the mana base. We're running essentially the Pixie mana base. I think it's a little bit better than running like 8 tap lands and Verges, which would be the alternative. I think this is better, but it can be really, really painful. Like these 8 pain lands, especially with cards like Flamehold Grappler, Rediscover the Way, and Lightning Helix that are pretty mana pip intensive. It's gonna be rough. Also, casting a bunch of 1-drops and chaining them is really bad with pain lands. So maybe I can improve the mana base a little bit more in that regard, but you're gonna feel a huge difference in games where you have the fast lands early and games where you have the pain lands early. So I think you're fine if you have like 2 fast lands and 1 pain land. I think then you're doing pretty okay. But of course, we have a 12-8 split. So, I mean, yeah, theoretically, like we have 12 fast lands, 8 pain lands. It could be sort of like that, but it could also be you have 2 pain lands and 1 fast land, of course, and then things start to get a little rough. You do have Lightning Helix to gain some life back. All right, enough talk about the main deck. Let's show you the sideboard. With a Barrage, nice removal. Having a 1-mana Barrage with at least 1 copy with Flamehold Grappler is kind of neat as well. 2 copies of Torch, just more cheap removal. 1 copy of a Braid, just for the Cutter Mirrors to normalize some counter spells. Ral, Crackling Wit. I think this card is kind of decent in these Prowess shells as an alternative threat. You know, you can deploy it into Day of Judgment, Temporary Lockdown. Feel free to do that, and then it just is a pretty annoying planeswalker that grows to the ultimate very quickly. And if you ever get to ultimate this thing, the game is instantly over. All instant sorcery spells you cast have Storm, and you draw 3 cards. The game is over. Over. 2 copies of Ghost Vacuum. This is obviously against Abuelos. I think against something like Jeskai Oculus, you don't even need this really, because you just overpower their game plan with your game plan, and they can't really interact that well with your stuff. Maybe a second Lithomatic Barrage would actually be desirable, but we do have these Destroy Evils also for the big Oculus. And then 1 copy of Lauren. We have this turning big enough. Lauren seems nice also in the mirror match, or like in the Cutter Mirror against Izzet Prowess. You have some targets. Can be good against Domain, of course, and can be good against Pixie 2, maybe. Kills Fear of Isolation. And last but not least is 3 copies of Sage of Disguise, a really exciting card, I think, that could extremely or make the red matchups really good for you. I mean, if you cast this on turn 4, you get 2 free flying lifelinkers. That just seems so good in these Cutter Mirrors. It's very good against Slickshot, of course. 2 bodies, both lifelink. Like when I saw this card during spoilers, I was like, oof, this card is good. But where do you find a home? You look at control decks like blue-white control, Jeskai control. It's not really good in those decks because you don't have that many cheap spells that you can proactively cast. And Beza compares very much to the Sage, and Beza is just way better, right, in those decks. So Sage was like, okay, I guess we have to bench you as long as Beza is in the format or whatever. And then I was starting to come up with this idea with Rediscover the Way with Double Strike, and I included all of these, and then I stumbled upon the Sage, and I was like, oh yeah, this could be the red mirror sort of breaker card. This could really swing those matchups. And yeah, that's why we're here. That's why I want to showcase this deck to you. If someone would have shown me this deck beforehand, I would probably say, yeah, I mean, just play Is It Prowess, your mana is going to be way too bad. That would be my initial intuitive reaction to seeing something like this. And I think it's very valid to have that feedback and to have that criticism. And it's probably, presumably, going to be the downfall of this brew, that the mana is just too bad. But hey, we can dream, we can try, you know, and we're certainly taking a very powerful shell. We're adding a color, trying to make it more powerful. And so it's a reasonable starting ground from what we're going with. And the playtesting I've done so far, I played a couple matches. It actually did some powerful things. So I was let's say not completely disappointed. Could have been small sample size. We'll see. And that's what you guys are gonna see now. This deck in action. All right, let's jump into it. I'd love to play first. Okay, I mean, this is less of an aggressive deck, right? So I think we're supposed to keep hands like these. I mean, if I'd be Is It Prowess and these would be 2 stock ups and I had 4 lands and a cutter. I mean, on the play, I think maybe with Is It Prowess I would even keep that, because stock up is just so powerful and cutter allows you to play deep into the long game. With this deck, I think this is a pretty clear keep. We already have 2 painless sources, which is nice. Just our white mana right now is painful, but we'll make it work. All right, Is It Pro? No, okay, it's potentially Oculus, I guess. Oh, perfect. So no pain this game. I mean, down the line we might have some pain, but at least not in the early game. No. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can overpower Oculus here. Let's see how much damage this Rediscovered Away will deal down the line with these Monk tokens. I mean, Rage could theoretically down the line be really powerful, especially with the double strike. Lightning Helix is kind of... Lightning... Okay, look. Next time I'm going to go negate Rediscover, right? I'm going to craft a pretty insane hand. I'm not going to die that quickly, I think. So I think I'm just going to take the Rage and essentially set up for that turn 5 kill, maybe. Could work, yeah. Could definitely work. Like, my Monk next turn is going to hit them for 2. Put him to 18. And then the turn after, I'll have looked at, like, so many more cards. Like, 12, 13 cards between draw steps, opt, and the 2 rediscovers. That I will probably be able to make my other Monk into a ginormous creature. And here I can also play another spell. Okay, well, things might change here. I might want to just cast a Cutter plus a Storm Chaser's talent. That's probably what I should do, yeah. Yeah, I mean, things are going to get so nasty for my opponent next turn. I wonder if I should even cast the Opt. I might want to have it for next turn. I probably should just get all the damage that I can get. Opponent looks to have a spell up here, maybe a bounce. Which I would be very happy if they spend it here. Yeah, nice. So this would deal 1 damage. I think I'm just gonna do it because I just want to dig deeper through my deck. And I'm gonna be fine double spelling next turn. Like, I'm gonna have enough stuff to do. And yeah, with the 2 cutters, I'm gonna have 4 creatures with prowess next turn. And I have at least 3 ways to trigger. So, and then I have essentially 3 creatures I can give double strike. And with the Rage, I have an insane amount of damage, technically, with the double strike. So I have like 1 creature that could be a 7 power double striker with trample. So yeah, this is exactly how I drew it up. And my opponent can't really, like, they bounce the token, whatever. Like, the interaction that you have with this deck, the interaction that people play is just not that great. Oh my god. I don't think I needed all of this for what it's worth. But the more the merrier, I guess. That's how the saying goes, doesn't it? And now the party starts. Give these guys double strike. Yeah, I mean, my opponent's tapped out. They're like Omega dead at this point. Let's see how much damage I can deal this turn. That's going to be the goal of this turn. Like, triple cutter is obviously unreal. This guy has double strike. Look at all these prowess triggers. Man. I mean, I want to make the count. Let's make the count real quick. Like, this is 14. This is, let's give this double strike, I guess. Then this is 6, 10. Like, we have one more double strike to give. Then, sorry, it's 20, 23, 26, 32 damage. Sure, with the Courage Steel Cutters, it was a little too much. But, like, even without these Courage Steel Cutters, that one Monster's Rage, just an additional 6. Without the Monster's Rage, I would have 26 damage still. I mean, the Prowess trigger, if you would count the Prowess triggers, it would be 11 damage, actually, because it's 5 plus 5 and then 6. But, yeah, whatever. I mean, you see what, like, you see the idea? You see the idea? All right. Anyhow, this matchup, what are we supposed to do? We definitely want the barrage. I don't think it's about Sage of the Skies here. I think this matchup is just not about that. The Ghost Vacuum should theoretically be for something like this, but I mean, I don't love Ghost Vacuum against decks like these that can just do this and beat you down and don't really care that much about the graveyard. So I'm not sure what's bad in my main deck. Helix is a little inefficient for sure. On the draw especially. I do want the barrage. Destroy Evil. Yeah, I mean, Destroy Evil can get rid of a Fear and Oculus. It's not optimal. Torch the tower. I think I want a Grappler. I could cut something like a Trainer. And then I could add, oh, I don't know. I mean, if Ghost Vacuum isn't for this matchup, for what matchup is it? Tight. The list is too tight. Alright, I'm gonna cut another Helix for... Actually, whatever. I'm gonna leave the Helix. The Helix kinda seems okay. Tricky to sideboard. Not many cards to take out. I have to... Yeah. I could shave the Flamehold Grappler on the draw because it's a little slow. It's also powerful. Gives you like the comeback play on turn 5 with this town ain't big enough. That seems pretty real in a matchup like this. Like bouncing free of their creatures. Alright. Happy to keep this. This town ain't big enough does give, compared to like, is it prowess? Does give the deck a lot of like ability to play into the long game, to bounce, you know, demons, whatever it may be, to just interact with things that might be annoying. If they wouldn't crack the map, I would put them on Spell Pierce. They did crack the map though. That is a lot of lands. Like, in a game like this, again, Ghost Vacuum, not looking too hot. I think I really need card advantage. I don't think I want more others, because I'm just... I guess I could go this turn in big enough, bounce a thing, cast an otter again, attack for 6. I could have put him to 17, and then I play my thing here, and then next turn I bounce a thing, attack for 6. I have 3 others in play, they're at 11. And I have a couple more draw steps in the meantime, and if I don't draw anything meaningful, I have at least the Storm Chaser's talent activation. Alright, fine. I'll go that way. I mean, it is much better if I just naturally find spells. Like, that's why I wanted to keep the opt. To find me rediscover, to find me something like that. Yeah. Not sure about the... what's it called? The Thunder Trap Trainer. It is annoying that it doesn't get triggered. It doesn't trigger... it doesn't trigger prowess, right? It does trigger flurry, but it doesn't trigger prowess. It is good with this turn and big enough. That was sort of the other reason to include it. Yeah, I mean, drawing more lands is bad, for sure. I guess I'm just gonna bounce the Siren. Just get rid of that flyer. I have to be careful here, by the way. Auto tapper doesn't know I want to cast a blue spell. And yeah, I mean, if I have to activate my talent next turn, I might still be in the game, but it ain't optimal. Probably. My opponent hasn't done very powerful things, though, so it might be okay. I mean, if they discard a Oculus here, it might not be okay. But they haven't discarded Oculus on the first discard, so maybe they don't have it. The way they played their land already makes it look a little sus. Because with Inti in play, you kind of don't want to play land first. So I'm kind of thinking they have a helping hand already in hand when they cast that Winter Night Stories. So they were trying to make sure that they have the white mana. And yeah, they do have it. Braddo's End in the deck. Okay. And going aggro here. Yeah, this turn is important. If I'm really just doing nothing, that would be great. Lots of Braddo's End. I mean, Braddo's End really is not the best sideboard card against this deck. Alright, I really ran cold here. Huh, should I go for... No, I should go for this. There's no way I'm going for Sleight of Hand there. Alright. Ran cold, happens, a little bit unlucky. Might still be in the game. Like, I could theoretically make these guys 4/4s here by bouncing both my talents. They're at 8, so 4/4. It's a good number. I mean, their draw was not good. My draw was not very good either. I'm winning, though. So I guess that's a good sign. I mean, Jeskai Arcus is one of the best decks in the format, so... They're staying back with both. No, if they do that, they're dead. They have to stay back with both, right? If they stay back with one, they're dead. Yeah. They know I have it, I mean... Oh my god. Ugh. I mean, if... Okay. If I would have drawn a spell there, I would have won the game on the spot. Okay. I guess it's fine, though. We can just... do this. They have Bitter Reunion for what it's worth, so things could get a little frisky. But I think I don't really have options here. I can bounce both, but that's just 6 damage if I play a land. Is that better? No, I think it's better to... No, because we want to trade with the Inti, right? Like, we want to make these 3/3 so they have to block. Oh, shoot. I messed up. It's a slight mistake. It's not gonna matter, but I bounced the wrong one. I didn't bounce the one that I already used. So that definitely is a mistake. That I have to be more careful in the future. I don't think it's gonna matter here, but in the future it might. Alright, I mean, we're still in a decent spot. We have a blocker, they have 1 Bitter Reunion. It's gonna be pretty difficult to kill me. And Oculus is a deck that doesn't play very well from behind because they just are very low on interaction. They have to implement their own powerful game plan. And my opponent really didn't succeed at doing that this game. They can pop that. That gives them enchantment. Then they can fear here. So they have like potentially... Oh. I mean, no, I mean, they're not getting close to killing me. You can put 1 counter. Yeah, it's just 8 damage maximum. Yeah, they're dead. They bought it in Chandra. I mean, come on. Boarding in Chandra and Brotherhood's End in the same matchup, that doesn't make much sense to me. Alright, well, that was a good showing. I had a really bad draw. My opponent did some poor sideboarding decisions, also had a really bad draw, to be fair. Not a terrible draw, but a bad-ish. And my draw was actively rough. Like, if it would have been Is It Prowess and draw 8 lands, that would have probably been game. To be fair, this Jeskai is playing 23 lands right now, which might be one too many. But on the other hand, we did still win. We have a lot of mana sinks. Yeah, alright, nice. Oh god. On the draw, opponent took a mulligan. Ah. Man, it's a little too heavy, huh? A little too heavy. But double cutter against a mulligan. All right, I'm just gonna close my eyes. If it's mono red, I'm probably dying, to be honest. Don't play a mountain. Sun below verge. Okay. Yeah, this hand is. I would not keep this against a red deck on the draw. Definitely not. Playing it's like tokens, red-white tokens. I kind of need lands, but I could also find a land for the second one of these. But Pain lands is pretty damn annoying, to be fair. I'm just gonna take this. They might blow this up, I guess. We'll get lost, but whatever. Even if I miss a land drop here, if I just do this next turn, it's gonna be pretty good. I guess I have to be aware of something like Lockdown, maybe. I don't know what I'm up against. Okay, I'm up against Jeskai. They have a braid. Okay. Oh my god. I can't resist, can I? I should resist, though. I think I should resist. I should just take the land. I think I shouldn't get crazy here with this cutter. Oh, man. So I can go cutter, storm chasers, and next turn. The problem next turn is if I don't take the land, my next turn is pretty awkward. And considering I'm playing against Jeskai, I also don't want to overcommit into a lockdown. So, just want to be aware of that. I have a lightning helix. Yep. And now Shiko. If they don't have a stock up, I can beat the Shiko. If they start stock upping with Shiko, they're gonna run away with the game. This I can overpower. And a pinch I can also bounce it. I kill my cutter, yeah, that's annoying. Okay. It's a little awkward. Just too clunky, too expensive. Maybe I misbuilt the deck a little bit. It's kind of funny. Like, one game we draw 7 lands, the other game we don't draw any opt. You know? Where are my 1-mana cantrips, you know? Could I have maybe one of them instead of one of these trainers? Alright. I guess I go this into trainer. It's unfortunate that I can't attack with this. But I don't really want to, like, start my turn with Rediscovered away. Is that what I want to do? Whew. It's a pretty good Beza. I guess it didn't gain him life, at least. Hmm. Probably want to rediscover. That cast an opt. It's set up for this turn ain't big enough plus Grappler. Next turn. Torch. This town. Yeah. How's this game going to go? They put me to 8. Jump block the Beza. I kind of want to find a lightning helix. That would be nice to kill the Shiko with the flame hold. Tricky. I guess my deck's just, I'm just too clunky here. That's the problem. I have like too much to do. So I'm wondering if I should take a bad burn spell here, but it just looks so whatever here. I don't know. Iffy game, weird game. Don't like it. Don't like how this is going. They're still at 23. Alright, I guess. I mean, the point about the life total, you know, if I have Rediscovered Away, on the Rediscovered Away turn, if I have a board, you know, it doesn't matter if you're at 32 or something, I'm gonna kill you. So the life total doesn't matter that much, I think. I just have to be careful that I don't die, because I look at my hand. I mean, I have an insane late game here. Okay. But yeah, I definitely have to Lightning Helix copy with the Grappler. It's really bad against the counterspell though. I mean, yeah, I still gain 3 life, I guess, but they lock down me. But they can't lock down me right now, so they don't have it, I guess. Okay, good. Do have counterspell mana up. Take a mountain. I just need lands here. I mean, they have 1 Helix to flash back right now. They didn't play a land, so what are we putting them on? Counterspell? Maybe a Day of Judgment or something like that. Maybe, don't think it's lockdown, so it could be a Helix, a Get Lost. Could be another Shiko. Could be another Beza. Could be a lot of things. Relevant things are Get Lost, Helix, and... Man, I'm already on 0 rope. What the heck? I don't know. This is a really tough turn. Especially considering my opponent's a counterspell. Whatever, I'm just gonna go for max value, I guess. I'm probably gonna go with this tone ain't big enough. I don't know. I wish I had more time to think everything through here, but I don't. They let me target with the copy at least. Maybe Shiko again and a fish, I don't know. Oh, everything just resolves, okay. Oh, my rope died, so I moved immediately to combat. If I cast a spell, I just die to Helix. Tough turn, tough turn. It would have been better, I guess, to just go Helix. If my opponent doesn't have a sweeper, I got him probably next turn. Yeah. So if you... They just have another Helix. I'm just keep getting burned out by Helixes. Yeah, I was just a little too slow this game, and I should have played my Helix this turn, I guess. Okay. Guess I'm not dead. I might actually win this game. The rediscovered away triggers next turn. I can generate 4 prowess triggers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of these are going to be 5/5. You can kill a blocker. Ah, man. Good call, good call. Good call. Alright. Pretty good call. So they don't have a lightning helix, right? Otherwise they would have played it and killed me. So they don't have that. They just have Shiko. Could double block, cast an opt, theoretically. And then if they try to lightning helix my face, I can helix them in response. And this also tests if they have a counterspell. Looks like they don't. So I can freely play this next turn. Oh wow, this game, okay. Okay. Opponent has just this. I could just go talent, bounce my own talent, play it again. And helix. Wait, do I have lethal here? I can make these into 16 power plus a helix. That's 19. Jeez. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, wait, what? No, I have 4 prowess tickets. It's 20. I have lethal. Sorry, guys. Math is difficult. I just have lethal. I mean, that's the nice thing about this turn big enough. It does all of a sudden can provide a lot of prowess triggers. Man, I somehow found a way here, even without the rediscover. And luckily they don't have a counterspell, because then this wouldn't work either. Crazy. I mean, I'm not through the, like, maybe they have a right hand, I guess, but I don't think they have. Like, right hand doesn't make any sense in a Shiko deck. Can't play that card with Shiko. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. Alright. I don't know about the Helix. I mean, the Helix was good that game, but I think these burn spells are kind of bad. Rage seems bad. Helix is kind of bad. Good cards are Normalize, Ral, Lymphomantic, Lauren, Destroy Evil. Okay. And then I can add some of this stuff back in. Maybe I just want a cheap burn spell to trigger my cutter. The Helix. I mean, the Helix, weirdly relevant to gain life against Jeskai. To be fair, now I have clean removal for the Shiko, so the Shiko dealt me like 12 damage that game, I think, or 12 or 8. So that won't happen this game. I could also play the Sage. It's kind of nice against lockdown. 2 for 1. Not the greatest into Shiko, I guess. But otherwise, they have to spend like two Helix braid effects. Could play Vacuum for Shiko, but that is also kind of bad into Lockdown. To be fair, like the nice thing about the white version as well is that it does have answers to Lockdown, and Lockdown is like the Is It Prowess version is really soft to Lockdown. I'm just gonna run 2 Helixes. We'll see. I just don't have enough experience to be confident here in any choices really, so I'm just gonna run with the 2 Helix. I think that's a little too much lands. It does have colors without pain. Okay. I think I'm gonna bottom Battlefield Forge. Awkward mana situation. The deck is a lot less red heavy, right? So it definitely can happen. Oh, perfect. Perfect. They have the River Regent? But Exhale on my Opt. That is an interesting play. Because they have so many counterspells, maybe? Maybe they don't have a dragon and they just wanted to get rid of it because it's like a bad counter without a dragon. Is that the tell here? Yeah, we can play this game. Just killing my otters. I think I just activate talent. That's tricky. I guess I'll take this. Like, I kind of want a 6th land so I can activate my level 3 or activate plus hold up normalize. But, you know, half my deck is land. Not half my deck, but a third of my deck's land. So it's more likely that I draw lands and find the second Destroy Evil. Especially if I put it to the bottom of my library. Yeah, let's just do the same thing, shall we? I'm just out grinding them. They don't have Stock Up or Rediscover. Stand no chance. I can literally just activate the talent, technically. I could also just make 2 otters. If I activate talent, they make, you know, they do get lost. I guess not the greatest for me. I also don't have that much blue mana, so I can't play both otters and hold up normalize. What's their hand? I mean, maybe they have lockdown, but if they have lockdown, I'm just going to destroy evil the lockdown. It's really bad for them. Okay. Yeah. Authority. Okay, Ghost Vacuum ain't too bad against these Storm Chasers talents. Pass the turn, I guess. Have the good old lockdown with things that is just so bad. People just sideboarding really, really not that well. Which is just, this is everything in Magic, just playing the right cards, like the guy with the Brothouts and the Chandras in their deck. People just don't know how to sideboard, I guess. Authority is, deck building decision wise, I really dislike Authority in a deck with lockdowns. Vacuum, same thing. I mean, Vacuum is a valid sideboard card to have, but you don't board it in when you have lockdowns. I think I'm just gonna go a little bit more aggressive here now. I have another this town. My graveyard is shut off anyways. They can have some life, I don't care. I just want to have double normalize. Ooh, that's a good card too. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna cast that one. Let me just use my red white mana for that. I guess if I cast that, maybe that's a mistake. I'm gonna take the Shivan Reef actually. I have another Destroy Evil for a Jeskai. I can also counter, and I just want to end the game quicker. I don't need more interaction. This can also interact with something. I really want to hold up both normalize so they can't get back into the game, and I think at that point, it's just a matter of time. It's funny, huh? I mean, when the Jeskai deck doesn't draw a card advantage, like Stalk Up, Rediscover, the deck is essentially a ton of removal, and then she could have flashbacks of removal. My opponent obviously also boarding in terrible cards here. But yeah, also, I don't know, maybe it took out Stalk Up. I don't know what they sided out, but... we have a good grind engine going here as well. I'm just gonna take Sleight of Hand, I guess. I'm not quite in the territory where I need to be casting. I think next turn they're dead anyways. The way they could get me is... I don't even know. I mean, I have double counterspell. So I'm not sure how they could get me. The double strike is gonna get him. If they draw lockdown, I can destroy Evil It with the trigger on the stack. I didn't even draw any cutters this game, right? Yeah, I mean, that I'm winning these games is not really a testament to my deck. It shows me that my deck is playable, but my opponents, or like what my opponent's been doing here is just really bad draw, bad sideboarding decisions. So it's not really proving that my deck is good or anything because I'm beating this Jeskai opponent. Yeah, I mean, they keep drawing lands. It's... Alright. Well, this spell alone isn't good enough already. No, it's not. I'm sorry. No, it is. It is. Of course it is. It's 8, 10, 11. But I could have dealt... we could have dealt maybe 40 damage this turn if I wanted to. Alright, cool. On to the next. Okay, that's pretty solid. I like it. 2 fast lands, 1 shock land. I can definitely live with that. Still wondering if there's a better card than Thunder Trap Trainer. You could play Roiling Dragonstorm. Oh, playing against the Mirror Match. Slick shot over there. I think... I don't know what I'm gonna do, honestly. Maybe I'll just play Steel Cutter? Could play the Trainer. A little worried about the combination of Monster's Rage plus the Slick Shot. That's gonna be difficult to beat, but I'm on the draw. I don't think I should play around it too much. I mean, no, actually I do have Lightning Helix in my deck, don't I? So I can find that and then still kill the Slick Shot. I'm just gonna play Cutter. Because it allows me, it gives me a little bit more flexibility next turn. And it also maybe allows me to go Coast next turn, which would be nice. Yeah, perfect. So now I can go Coast, Trainer, Burst Lightning. Like if I go Cutter the turn after, I have to play Shivan Reef to go Burst Lightning, so now I can just do this. This is the perfect outcome. They just let me kill the Slick Shot like that. That's wonderful. Take another burst. Then we can combine it with Grappler next turn. Noteworthy, I'm on the draw. And I've played a good chunk of Is It Prowess recently. And I gotta tell you, that deck is very, very good. But the red matchups, the mirror match and, you know, mono red and all that, it's very play draw dependent. And yeah, it's brutal. Like if you're on the draw, I feel like you have like 20% to win the game and vice versa. That's sort of how it feels. So winning a game on the draw against these Prowess decks, you know, could be nice. Opponent definitely doesn't have an impressive draw. Without Cutter, not that impressive here. What do I do with this Grappler? Just kill the Swift Spear? They're already at 13. I mean, burning them to the face. I attack for 5 this turn, put them down to 6. And then I have free and a bunch of creatures. Yeah, it's probably pretty difficult to beat, yeah. For what it's worth, I'm not the biggest fan of Stock Up in the Is It Prowess deck. It's like they are dying here. They cast it. They were even on the play, for what it's worth. So like you could theoretically say, oh, on the play I have the time to cast a 3-mana draw spell, but it's just so expensive. It takes so much. Like now they're gonna die with cards in their hand. You know, that's definitely not where you want to be. Like, yeah. I'm a bigger fan of the Ren's Resolve in Is It Prowess personally. This deck is different. This is more of a controlling Cutter deck, so I think here it's different. But yeah, in Is It Prowess where you want to be really fast, I think Stock Up is a little expensive. Okay, I definitely want the Torches. I want the Sage, and I guess I want a Braid. 6 cards to take in. Then I could play Lauren. Lauren might be fine. What do I not want? Maybe I take out the Trainer, take out the Rage on the draw, take out the Grappler because I'm a little bit too many frees. Could also take a Rediscover the way out. Could cut this turn in big enough. It's a lot of free drops. I really need my 3rd land to be functional. Thunder Trap Trainer doesn't find a Sage. Right, I'll try this. I just turn into this like Jeskai-ish control deck. The problem, I guess, with this iteration is that I don't have many ways to remove Cutter. So if they have a Cutter draw, I could... all my cheap removal doesn't do anything. It might still buy me enough time to let my engines take over. Against this controlling approach, on my end, it's something like stock up is a little scary, I guess, from their side. But, I mean, yeah, I didn't, like... I still have my storm chasers, I still have my own cutter. I mean, this hand is slow, very slow, but it's still good, I think. I have very good mana, like both my best lands, essentially. I'm just missing interaction, which I hopefully find with these sleight of hands. It's a pretty fast draw. No. Okay, it didn't matter, but like, what the heck, Arena? Yeah, I mean, it's my fault, I guess, but man, it's also... Bluffing the red here is obviously important too. Oh, come on. Just enter the Enigma. I mean, that card seems risky. They just want more cantrips. I guess that's fine. Just play Ren's Resolve, honestly. I think that card's pretty solid. Oh no! Oh man, what the heck? I just... Okay, I guess I got rewarded a little bit. But now I don't have a 1-drop for the Sage next turn. I could just play the Sage as a free. As a 2-free. Ah, classic. Or I could play the Steel Cutter. Sorry, the Grappler. Alright, I'll play that. It's kind of sad. But I really need the 1-drop for my Sage. They're gonna get back and enter the Enigma. Okay. Maybe it would have been better to play this on turn 3 and double shoot something now. No, we'll see. I mean, these prowess creatures can get pretty big as sort of the annoyance. My opponent is flooding pretty hard though, presumably. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this game was scuffed. My opponent's flooding really badly. I think my opponent's generally just getting unlucky against me today. I guess I'll take a cutter. I'm gonna get another card to rediscover. I'm just gonna play it slow. I'm not gonna get aggressive unnecessarily. I'm gonna keep as much blockers as I can. Yeah, opponent probably has like 3 lands in hand. I don't know what else they could have. Literally. Like everything else they would have played, right? Like they could have literally nothing else. I think they have 3 lands and 1 unknown that they just drew. Which makes the game pretty difficult to lose from me. Sage of the Skies. I mean, the prowess creatures getting so gigantic makes this maybe not as good as I thought it would be. You know, I mean, I'm definitely open to this card not turning out as good. But yeah, we're trying it. We're seeing it in action. This was the first time I've cast it. We'll see. We'll see how it performs down the line. My opponent roping me out here. Okay, I'm just wasting my time. All right. Okay, let's go again. No, seems okay. We're a little low on red mana. All right. Spirebluff Canal. Should I play this so I can kill Sing? No, probably not. Get the tap line out. Maybe this should be Restless Spire. You do want a lot of blue-red lands. Like blue. This deck is mainly blue-red with Light Splash. Okay. I wonder about the Sleight of Hand if I should cast it. Playing against Oculus. I probably should. I could find a talent. And worst case, I can Burst Lightning Cutter next turn and Burst Lightning their face. But that was an interesting decision point. I don't know. I don't know what was correct there. Maybe you leave the sleight of hand. Let's see if I can beat this draw from the opponent. It looks like a pretty solid Oculus draw here, turn 4. We'll see. I can... Yeah, we'll see, I guess. The Oculus here is a little annoying, not gonna lie. Like, without Monster's Rage, it's a little tougher to get through it. But I do have this Tone big enough to bounce it, so... There's that. They can almost hardcast it down. They have 5 in grave. Sleight of hand. If I go cutter, sleight of hand, get a 2-2. My other guy is a 3-3. Get 2 2-2s. My other guy is a 3-3. And I attack for everybody. The burst lightning is not enough. Alright. I guess I just have to bounce the Oculus then. You can decide not to equip, which I'm going to do here, so I can get the damage in with this monk. These would be 2-2s anyways, so... It's actually kind of smart, isn't it? Didn't really think about that. That they could just get the Oculus down now again. Oh, they have a discard spell anyway. They have a reanimate anyway. Okay. Oh, they don't. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's interesting. Has to be trainer, I think. Sleight of hand triggers prowess though, which is a good reason to take sleight of hand. But trainer looks so deep, it kind of guarantees me a double spell next turn. How much damage is this? I have 4, 8, 11, 14 coming at my opponent. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna go to 4. I think the trainer is better. I should guarantee. Actually, I think I'm doing this spree blocks so they can't jump block me. Could have, you know, maybe they go for a double block, but it doesn't. All right, this was a turn of reprieve here. No Oculus. Gave me this huge attack, which is gonna win me the game. Yeah, this is over. Again, like, Jeskai Oculus can't really come back from positions like this that easily. I think. I mean, they could get an Oculus down. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. They can attack me for 10. But I'm at 18. Tears with Fear is neat. I didn't even think about that. So much value. Get to exile twice. But yeah, they're super dead. Sorry. Now what am I doing? I want to tap this and this. Like, I don't need to find something with this trainer. I already have lethal. Just 5 2-2s and they're at 4 with 2 blockers, 3 blockers. I don't need to cast anything else. But I will, because why not? Cutter. It's too good. It's too good. The thing is, like, these games I probably win with Izzet prowess too, right? Like, I basically, besides this turn ain't big enough, but if this would have been a Monster's Rage, I would have also probably won this game because I would have been able to attack through the Oculus. Yeah. I also feel like my opponents are not really playing that well. It's just like, why didn't you cast this on turn 4? On turn 5 when you could? That was, I don't know, weird. Okay, another Jeskai opponent. Definitely, I think I need the big removal, yeah. I need both of those. Maybe I need the vacuum too. Just what do you cut? I guess you cut the trainer. And something like torch. Maybe the rage. This seems fine. Alright, let's try this. Maybe, I don't know, cutting the trainer is maybe incorrect. Maybe I should have cut something more expensive, like the Flamehold Grappler, maybe. Yeah, I can't do that, unfortunately. I can do this, though. Opponent's down to 5. Okay. Tricky. I guess I keep the vacuum. And I think I have to keep the lands. I could bottom a Battlefield Forge, get a little greedy. Is that something I should do on a draw here? I mean, I can draw 8 cantrips and I have 20 more lands in my deck, so I have like 28 cards that can take me towards more lands. I mean, my opponent's already on a 5. I think an easy way to lose this game is to miss my 3rd land drop, so I think I should just ditch this. This can kill Oculus and Steam Core and Siren. This can kill Fear and Oculus. I think I like this a little bit more. I'm not super confident though. It's like I don't want to. Yeah, it's just it kills the Fear, and the Fear might be something I want to kill. I don't think I played a vacuum here. I think I wait, considering I should have played the red land though to bluff a burst lightning. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna play this, whatever. If they have a braid, they have a braid, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna be able to outgrind in a braid. Okay, they're just doing nothing. I guess I'm just gonna trigger my scutter. I was going to cast a rediscover, but like this changes my mind. Looks like they have some spot removal. It's like spot removal is just so embarrassing against Cutter. It's so embarrassing. Yeah, I mean, they're on a mulligan to 5. They're not doing anything. I mean, like, Torch the Tower is actively a bad card against my deck. It's like all the things I do are 2-for-1s. Alright, vacuum looking nice. Yeah, do this. Okay. At least I get an untapped blue. I mean, at least that, so I get my monk here. Alright. No need to exile this right now, because I can't cast it. Discard 2 things. Oh my. Oh my. Don't mind if I do. I can bounce a lot of things theoretically, but I think it's fine to just make a couple orders. I'm also not thinking too much here because I think this game is just super over. I can make a stop in my upkeep in case I want to bounce my rediscover. You can bounce it with the trigger on the stack as well, so I guess... yeah, I think this is fine. Which triggers in the first main phase, so I want to have a stop in my main phase. Like, this can go on the stack, then you bounce it still. Okay, sure. That one, yeah. I mean, I'm soon to be 4-0 with the deck, but I don't really feel like I learned that much. I learned that my deck is functional, but I feel like my opponents, the way the matches went, like... I don't know, just I feel like paid actors or something is going on today. I'm just gonna kill them, right? It's not that easy to kill them, actually. Oh, maybe it is with this thing. Let me think. This enters. How can I maximize damage? It's probably not... I need to let this resolve for sure, because I don't want to cast a spell before that trigger resolves. And then... I don't want to math it out, whatever. I'll just bounce the ghosts. Done. And I'll bounce the talent. Done. Get some triggerinos. You get double strike. Get this guy into play. Burst lightning, the scholar, and face. Yeah, I think this was plenty lethal. I had like another trigger from the prowess. So I would have everything be a 4-4. These guys would be 4-4s, 3 of them double strike. So that's 16, 24, 28. And then I would have the cutter creature as well, which would be a 3-3. So at just a clean 31. Just 31 damage. I mean, I said I was cooking. Have I even dropped the game? I don't know if I've dropped the game. I maybe dropped the game early on against somebody, but it's doing somewhat well. I guess I have to continue with this maybe down the line, huh? All right. Well, a little brewski. That seems to be playable at least. I again don't want to say too much because I don't want to be too excited because I've been there. I've done this years and years, trying brews, figuring out things, and then like you really have to observe how the games are going. The opposition was not very tough today. The draws they had were not very good today. So you all have to take that into account. And I'm not going to be a hype boy for no reason. But I think I could show you guys why I made this deck and what this deck is capable of doing. The like huge damage bursts in one turn. And then sort of the pretty cool ability to play deep into the long game between this turn big enough and Stormchaser's talent, which something like Izzet Prowess is definitely not capable of. Like if you stop Izzet Prowess in their tracks, if you, I don't know, have a lockdown, then they sometimes just fold to that. Right. All right. Well, I think that's it. I've played 4 matches, good amount. And yeah, thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. I see you next time. Take care, guys.